Yo guys, welcome to the Race Shop. In this episode, we will be breaking down this weekend's NASCAR race events at Indianapolis Speedway. Let's get right into it. So this weekend we have both an Xfinity race and a Sprint Cup race. At the Brickyard we have the Lilly Diabetes 250 and the Royal Crown 400, both at Indianapolis Speedway. So a great weekend of racing that we have this weekend. First, we're just going to break down this weekend's schedule. This weekend in the Xfinity Series, the Dash for Cash is back. That means we're going to have the qualifying as well as 2 heat races to determine the starting grid for the actual race. And the top 2 Xfinity points racers that finish 1, 2, or whatever in the Dash for Cash will be competing for $100 grand in the main feature race. Thankfully this is over. I just think it's a complete waste of time. It takes away action from the actual race. So yeah, Xfinity qualifying will start at 11:45. This will determine the running order for the heat races. First heat race begins at 3:30 and the second begins at 4:25. The actual race, like I said before, the Lilly Diabetes 250 will begin at 5 o'clock Eastern Time, and you can watch that on NBCSN. Sprint Cup qualifying is at 1:45 on Saturday, and the actual race begins at 3 o'clock. Obviously, we're at Indy this week, so I believe this race is going to be a battle between the Gibbs cars, which have been ridiculously fast all season long, against the Hendrick cars, which perform outstanding at Indianapolis Speedway. Obviously, the big news is that Jeff Gordon will be racing in the 88 car, replacing Dale Earnhardt Jr., who is sitting out the next 2 races, and also he sat out the previous race for concussion-like symptoms. Jimmy Johnson has won 4 times at the Brickyard. Jeff Gordon, I believe, has won twice. So it'll be interesting to see how these veteran drivers will compete against the newcomers. It'll be interesting to see how these veteran drivers compete against the Gibbs cars, which have been outstanding lately. Also, we have a big storyline with Tony Stewart. Won twice before at Indy, an emotional outgoing at Indianapolis Speedway for Tony Stewart, so it'll be interesting to see how he performs. Tony Stewart has been racing pretty well the last few weeks, finishing 2nd last week and I believe 3rd the week before, and obviously winning at Sonoma. Interesting to see if he can continue that speed into Indianapolis Speedway, where he has won twice before. So 2 great storylines that would be awesome to see this weekend. You can see Jeff Gordon pulling out the win in one of his last 2 races, or if Tony Stewart could win in his last race at Indianapolis Speedway. Another storyline going into this week is if Ty Dillon can take advantage of the Dash for Cash and lock himself into the Xfinity chase. Pretty much he's won the Dash for Cash before at Richmond, so what he needs to do is, NASCAR said that if he wins this Dash for Cash, it'll qualify as 1 regular race win, so he'll be pretty much locked into the chase. So it would be interesting to see if Ty Dillon can pull that out. Most of the time, the winner of the race ends up being the winner of the Dash for Cash when Kyle Busch isn't in the field, but when Kyle Busch is in the field, 95% of the time he's going to win the race. So the Dash for Cash would most likely be the 2nd place finisher. So yeah, that wraps up this weekend's preview of Indianapolis Speedway, the Brickyard, the Royal Crown 400. It's going to be a great weekend of racing, so make sure you guys tune in. All this action can be seen on NBCSN. If you guys like this video, make sure you click the like button, subscribe for more NASCAR content, and from the Race Shop, I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Thinking that it just all happened too fast. I'm in love. You were storming out of the kitchen, I chased you like an addiction.